Alright, welcome back. So today I got a Tecumseh powered Craftsman Curbfind. It is a rear wheel drive self-propelled unit, and as you guys saw in the last video, I put a little bit of fuel into it and it did not start. So what I wanted to try today, normally I'll take off the whole carb. I'm gonna see if I could just go ahead and just drop the bowl on this one to see if I could possibly just give it a clean and see if I could just spray it to see if I can get it to run. So I'm going to try to do a kind of like a quick repair. If it doesn't work, I can always just drop off the bowl. It's 2 nuts on each side, and basically you could ultrasound to clean it. But I just wanted to try. This has been sitting outside. There's a little bit of dirt buildup I see on this. I could just see it right here. It's kind of just like a little bit dirty. It was sitting outside, I could tell. But as you saw in the video, it does definitely have a carb issue because it started and ran and then it just died. So what I'm going to do is I'll cap off the line, the forceps, just in case any of the fuel that I put in there goes in there. The tank was dry, that's why I attempted it. So what I'll do is I'll attach I believe it's a 1/2 inch socket on the bottom. And I will attempt to do a quick bowl clean just to see if it'll actually correct it. I mean, Tecumseh's, it's a hit or miss sometimes. See, this bar is what's, yeah. See if I have a little extension piece for it. Actually, you know what? Let me try a 1/4 inch. I'm hoping that it comes off nicely. 1/4 inch will work. Let's make sure it's a 1/4. I believe it is a 1/4 though. Yeah, it's a 1/4. So what I'll do is I'll attach a little extension, and I will see now. Or maybe it's too much. Okay. Maybe I will have to use I'm going to place it on its side. Hopefully no fuel leaks out. And I will access the bowl from the bottom just by tilting it over a little bit. I don't need the bag back here anymore. Yeah, somebody tossed it, so they didn't want to mess with it. I get it. I don't mind messing with them. As long as there's parts available for it. Sorry about that. I have no problem messing with them a little bit. I know this angle kind of sucks, but take my word for it here. I'll try to access it. Sorry, this is kind of upside down. But what I'll do is I'll put a block of wood just to keep it somewhat level. There's not much gas in there, so hopefully it don't leak out or any oil leak out. Okay, that works. So it's a 1/2 inch nut on the bottom here. Maybe I can flip you guys around on the front. If you guys can see, it's going to be kind of hard to see because it'd have to be tilted like this. If I lean it in, I think the camera's going to fall. So take my word for it, it's a 1/2 inch. It's just going to be upside down for just a few moments here. I'll break it loose. Remember, lefty loosey, righty tighty. Don't want to tighten it. There it goes. I'm going to assume this thing sat outside just by looking at it and the condition it's in. Actually, there you go. Broke it loose. Let's see if we can catch whatever fluid's in there. Just so I can see. And like I said, this is just like a quick attempt kind of thing. Let's say, for example, you didn't have time to go ahead and clean the full carb, but you're like, I'm just trying to fix it on the fly without tearing everything apart. Well, the jet's open. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is the first little jet. Partially opened. I'll run some carb spray through it, and we'll drop the bowl. If the bowl comes off. There it goes. Alright, well, there goes the fuel. Yeah, there was ethanol in it. So this may work, or may not. You can see the gelatin. That's going to be ethanol buildup. How long? That I can't tell you because I have no idea. What I'll do is I will run some carb spray up the emulsion tube. Now normally there's not a bar in the way here. It smells like a little bit like stale fuel. Yeah, you can definitely tell there's a little bit of corrosion and whatnot, but like I said, this is just more of an experiment for me. I was just curious to see if this will actually clean it or not. See, the hard part is this bar, because normally there isn't like a level bar for height. You could just go underneath it and just direct the tube in the center, and that should usually clean it up. So I'll try to angle it maybe as best as I can, kind of thing. And like I said, that seems like it was going all the way up the tube. Now obviously this will, if it doesn't work, I can always just take it off, but nonetheless, this is just like a quick kind of seeing if I could just clean it really quick, or just what I see kind of thing clean. It might be even further inside for all I know, so I might have to remove it completely, but just for attempts, because I'm always trying to figure out new ways of doing stuff. Alright, that looks like it cleaned it. So what I'll do is I'll spray the little jet out. Like I said, it didn't look too bad. It doesn't look too clogged, as you can see. But I'll just clean it out. I'll just give it a light little spray. Alright, well, looks like it's clean from the top and side. So it's good. And then we'll just give the bowl a quick spray. That little spot of ethanol is not wanting to leave, so I'm just scrubbing at it for like a split second here, just using the socket end just to try to make sure I clean it off completely. You know, I won't make it any worse, but yeah, it looks like it stained it. Very odd. And this thing has a lot of gunk buildup on it, so. I want to make sure that I at least clean the bowl as best as I can here. And yeah, you can see the little ethanol spot right there. Like, definitely stained it. Weird. Okay, so then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I will mount this back on. Always the half moon side, you want to make sure that you do have some leveling here, because the half moon side has to go down. So when you see the float go down, it's basically where you see it. So it has to go like that, because you got to have room for your actual float. So if the float is right there, I want to make sure the side basically goes to the correct side. So, and then what I'll do is I'll hand tighten it first, and then I'll just put a socket on it. Just angling my fingers into this area is kind of a little hard. And once again, it's a brass nut, so you just got to be careful when you're tightening things and not over tightening it so you don't break it or stretch it. And it's hard to see, but I don't think it's on straight. One sec. Just want to make sure when I have this on, it's on completely straight. Okay, now it was just kind of a little bit off, or a little bit crooked. And in the short, I don't know if you guys watched it first, but I pumped the primer just to see if it'll come out the red tube. Normally, the red tube, you'll see it spray it actually. That's how it primes it. So it pulls in the air and creates like a rich kind of mixture for it. So not a hard thing to do to see. The Tecumsehs are, you know, not horrible, but I mean, obviously if it's something where it's broken, you could always just order one. This carb was used in a lot of different applications, not just lawn mowers. We had a one not long ago for the actual the string trimmer. That's what it was, by Aaron's, and it was the exact same type. What happened was somebody put the spring on wrong, and if you put it on wrong, it'll basically stay closed. It won't run. So yeah, someone's error. Somebody messed with it. They didn't know. I didn't know until I messed with it too. So